Joel Embiid, Donovan Mitchell, Coco Jones, James Harden, you, Evan Mobley.
Now, what is this? When you see this picture, what comes to your imagination? This is one of the great religions that man is venerating in this generation. In light of all of these signs of the times, in light of all of this prophecy that is being fulfilled, some people's greatest burden is the fact that Wemby just forced a Game 7. Some people's greatest concern is the fact that the World Cup is about to take place. Family, again, do you think that these are Satan's distractions that he is using? Has anybody ever heard of the concept of bread and circus? Anybody ever heard of this concept? Anybody familiar with ancient Rome? You see, in ancient Rome, it started out as a republic, but it descended into a military empire. And one of the ways that the hierarchy was diluting and deceiving the people was by giving them Colosseum games. So in light of them going to those Colosseum games, they literally could care less what the government was doing to the population. Does that make sense? Notice this. Notice this. Anybody know who this man was? Man by the name of Etienne de la Boétie. He was a French diplomat in the French government in the 16th century. Notice what the man says. This says, plays, farces, spectacles, gladiators, strange beasts, medals, pictures, and other such what? Opiates. You know, many times, even the so-called great philosopher Karl Marx said that religion is the opiate of the masses. Anybody ever heard of this? That religion is the opiate of the masses. But it's not religion, it's actually these foolish entertainments. This says these were for ancient peoples the bait toward what? Slavery. This says the price of their liberty, the instruments of what? You see, anytime these foolish entertainments become predominant in a society, you can know of a surety that that civilization is about to go into slavery. This says, by these practices and enticements, the ancient dictators so successfully notice, lo, their subjects under the what? Under the yoke. Is this the yoke of Christ or is this the yoke of Satan? This is the yoke of Satan. This says the NFL is a brutal sport. That's partly why fans what? And it is so sad, especially in sports like football. And God bless their hearts, some of these NFL players and collegiate athletes, they will literally get down on the field and pray that God will give them the ability to run across the field and to give each other a concussion. Lord have mercy. As if the great God of heaven is going to empower man to kill another human being. I mean, how many NFL players have literally killed and beaten their wives and girlfriends as a result of things like CTE? And even very many of us as Assembly Adventists are hosting Super Bowl parties. Lord have mercy. Notice, this says breaks of the game, how the government subsidizes American sports. Do you know that it is actually the U.S. government that is actually funding many of these football stadiums that are being constructed? So the U.S. government can't properly take care of its citizens, but they have hundreds of millions of dollars to spend on this foolishness. We're going to skip past this. Notice, this is taken from the Spirit of Prophecy. This says, Satan has devised a multitude of ways in which to keep men from serving God. Notice, he has invented sports and what? Games. Notice, into which men enter with such intensity that one would suppose a crown of life was to do what? When we get to heaven, are we going to care that Messi's the GOAT? Are we going to care that Michael Jordan or LeBron James is the GOAT? Lord have mercy. This says, at the horse races and football matches, which are attended by thousands of people, lives for which Christ shed his blood are what? Now, this is not leaving the impression that there is anything sinful with shooting a basketball or throwing a football, but these connotations have nothing to do with the glory of God or the forwarding of the gospel. Now, what is this?